Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a fun project that is a gamification slash NFT platform that I think is under everybody's radar right now, and nobody's really talking much about this project, and it is kind of in a cooling phase. And I think this project to me presents a good short-term investment opportunity at least, and this is a project called Splinterlands, or the SPS token, right? Again, as always guys, I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on any of the projects that we cover on our channel, and for this project I recommend you guys to go to the website splinterlands.com in order to learn more about this project, right? So again, even though this project is extremely less well known compared to several other popular projects, surprisingly, CoinMarketCap has a lot of information about this project, which is quite interesting because this project has pretty much all of its information on CoinMarketCap in order for people to do their peripheral analysis before deciding whether they should buy this token or not, right? So I'm going to use CoinMarketCap's information for the purpose of this video, but I recommend you guys to go to their website and do a deep dive before you put your hard-earned money on this particular token, right? So what is Splinterlands, or the SPS token? Splinterlands is a digital collectible card game based on blockchain technology and inspired by games like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone, where players build a collection of cards with different attributes and battle other players in skill-based matches, right? It is a game where players can buy, sell and trade their digital assets just as they would with physical trading cards such as Magic the Gathering, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So again, you guys know about, as I said, any form of gamification platform that chooses to retain people based on different tactics, right? So most of the games in the blockchain technology space right now, they're mainly using games like Pokemon, whereby you can customize a character and you basically have to hunt unique organisms with their own magical powers or whatever, right? So that's kind of like the main theme. But when it comes to Splinterlands, Splinterlands is trying to do something a little bit different. They're trying to make a blockchain-based card game, which is similar in line with popular games such as Magic the Gathering, even Pokemon itself, as well as Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So that's basically what this platform is. It's a blockchain-based, platform, gaming platform that has received inspiration from Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone in order to build a card-based game in a fully decentralized manner, where you also have to use your skills as well as certain power levels in order to battle other players and win prizes, right? So that's basically what the overall game is all about. Splinterlands was created as players lost the ability to truly own their assets or trading cards once games went digital. With blockchain technology, it allows players to own and trade their digital assets freely once again. It also allows the game to have true scarcity and transparency, which means all cards on Splinterlands have a verifiable supply and historical record. So again, the main inspiration for creating this game is that those days, people who use trading cards in order to participate in battles, they value those cards, and the cards actually served a very emotional as well as a monetary value, because some cards were probably more expensive than others, right? But since games started becoming more and more digital, those kind of nuances started dying out, and I think Splinterlands noticed that, and they plan to bring it to blockchain technology, because it's actually possible to create unique collectibles on blockchain with blockchain technology, because any NFT that you create is essentially like a trading card. So trading card, depending on what figure is printed on top of the trading card, may be one of the most valuable depending on how rare the image is, or maybe one of the most restrictedly created products that not a lot of people could have access to. Similarly, on blockchain, you can bring the same concept by creating a limited number of NFTs with their own kind of like graphics and all that, and you can make it available only for early users, or people who like the game very much, and then you can allow marketplaces to exist in order for trading these kind of NFT platforms, right? And the value proposition is extremely high for any form of trading card games that get a mirrored image built on top of the blockchain technology, right? So overall, the blockchain technology based games such as Splinterlands use true scarcity as well as transparency in order to take the most out of the project, right? So that's basically the best reason for using blockchain to develop this game. Players battle other players by choosing ranked or practice battles. With ranked battles, players can increase their rating. There is no downside to playing ranked battles as a beginner, since players with a rating below 100 do not lose ranking points. Battles take place between players of similar strength. When matched up with an opponent, both players choose a set of 6 monster cards and 1 summoner card for the battle to destroy all their opponents' monster cards and win the battle. So again, this paragraph basically talks about the gameplay itself. It is surprising that CoinMarketCap has gone to this length to explain about the gameplay of this game, whereas for some of the other projects they really haven't provided a lot of information. But if you see Splinterlands, just like any other card games, you basically have 2 options. You can play ranked or practice battles if you are a beginner, and if you play ranking battles, you basically won't lose any points, because if your rating is less than 100, you don't really lose any points, right? So that's how you can basically practice. You can also battle players with similar strength, and also when you're actually playing with an opponent, you bring in 6 cards, 6 monster cards and 1 summoner card, and then you basically battle them, and then until the opponent's monster cards are fully defeated, you won't be the winner, right? But once you defeat the monster cards from your opponent, you become the winner of the battle, right? Although the game is free to play, players need to purchase the Summoner's Spellbook for $10 if they want to unlock the game in full. With the Summoner's Spellbook, players get access to their account keys and unlock the ability to earn dark energy crystals, which can be redeemed for real currencies. Again, there is a bit of an interesting caveat here. Even though the game itself is free to play, you may not necessarily be able to avail all the features unless you buy the Summoner's Spellbook, which is only about $10. So if you're in the crypto space and you're making 1 or 2 Ethereum transactions, you know that the Ethereum transaction fees could be upwards of $25 to $35 per transaction. So a $10 book is not going to be much of a big deal for most people. But if you basically purchase the spell book, it gives you the full game unlocked, right? So that's basically how you access the full game. And with the Summoner's Spellbook, you can also get access to account keys and unlock abilities to earn dark energy crystals. So you get a lot of value from this book, and you can basically use these dark energy crystals to redeem for real world currency in certain exchanges, right? So that's a pretty cool feature as well. Splinterlands started in May 2018 and launched Splinter Shards SPS, its governance token for the SPS Decentralized Autonomous Organization, or the DAO, at the end of July 2021. It concluded a 3.6 million private token sale for 6.6% of the SPS token supply. After reaching 100,000 players in its first 3 years, it added another 50,000 in just over a month from June 2021. Splinterlands plans to build out its game in the later half of 2021, with Oracle integration planned for Q1 of 2022. So again, this paragraph basically talks about an overview of when the project was created and a little bit about its token itself, the SPS token, which is a governance token. And the project itself was started on 2018 May, and it's been around since then. So it's been around for quite some time right now. And if you see, the token itself is a governance token that you can use to participate in the DAO, which is basically the decentralized autonomous organization of the Splinterlands protocol. This platform is fully run by the DAO, which means there's no risk of any form of centralized rug pull or anything like that. So it's a very repeated project. It concluded a 3.6 million private token sale for 6.6% of the SPS token supply, and once they reached 100,000 players in the first 3 years, they've added 50,000 more players within a month on June 2021. So during the kind of like the peak of the NFT era, and the game basically plans out to build the entire gaming by the end of 2021, and also plans to integrate oracles by Q1 of 2021 to Q1 of 2022, right? Which is an interesting factor. So if you see, now we are going to go to the founders of Splinterland, because we need to it will be good to get a background of who the founders are and what they were doing, right? So Jesse Reich and Matthew Rosen, who go under Agrod and Yabam Matt on the Splinterlands Discord server, are the two founders. Both are from the Pennsylvania area, while Reich is a former scientist and chemistry professor without any professional gaming experience prior to Splinterlands. Rosen worked as a developer for RockQ and Rising, both gaming projects, albeit not blockchain based. In total, the Splinterlands team consists of 12 employees as per their LinkedIn page. So again, it's very interesting because there are two founders, Jesse and Matthew, where Matthew is the one who basically has some form of gaming experience, but Jesse has literally no gaming development experience. So that's a very interesting combo, and I would be interested in knowing the motivation for them to creating a game as opposed to doing something that either Jesse has an experience with, which is basically being a chemistry professor as well as a former scientist, right? But nonetheless, their team consists of 12 employees as per the LinkedIn page, which you guys can obviously verify. So going to the main question of what makes Splinterland unique. So again, why should you focus your attention on Splinterlands, right? So Splinterland aims to capitalize on the growing demand for blockchain-based games that offer the possibility to own unique digital assets. At the end of July 2021, it closed a private round for $3.6 million in exchange for only 6.6% of the entire token supply. So again, one of the main reasons why you should look into this project is because of the fact that they're trying to capitalize on the growing demand for blockchain-based games that offer a unique possibility to own a digital asset. So again, if you're looking to own a unique piece of digital asset, then Splinterlands obviously has an opportunity for you, because since there may be multiple different NFTs that you can own, Splinterlands NFTs are some of the most exciting ones, because it's based on card games, and as you know, card games, actual cards from Pokemon or some other games have been worth extremely high in the future, and similarly, any of the cards of Splinterlands would probably be extremely valuable as well, right? Splinterlands run on the Hive blockchain, meaning all actions in the game are recorded on the blockchain. That means anyone can join the game by creating a Hive blockchain address, making the game permissionless. It also provides Splinterlands with a transparent record of all actions in the game, including battle results, which ensures fairness and transparency, right? So one of the other reasons why you should look into Splinterlands is that it's not built typically on a Ethereum based blockchain or any other like legacy blockchain that kind of is very slow or less popular. Ethereum obviously is a very popular blockchain, but it has extremely high gas fees as well as low transaction speeds, which makes many people who want to play games on Ethereum excluded from that ecosystem, right? But since Splinterlands is built on a on a blockchain called Hive blockchain, all the activities in this platform are extremely fast, because Hive blockchain is considerably faster and much cheaper to use compared to the Ethereum blockchain, right? Any actions that are performed on the game are recorded on the blockchain, just like Ethereum. And also, if you want to participate, all you need to do is just create a Hive blockchain address, and then you can play permissionless, which makes this a very transparent and kind of like a wholesome game experience altogether. And it mainly focuses on fairness and transparency, right? So that's one of the reasons to kind of look into Splinterlands. Players have a base set of cards and can purchase booster packs and specific cards from other players. These cards can be leveled up and used in battle against other players. In these ranked battles, players compete for dark energy crystals, the in-game currency of Splinterlands. Players can also obtain DEC by converting unused cards in their collection. DEC can be used to buy in-game items or trading cards from other players on the Splinterland market. DEC are also tradable among players on the third-party exchanges. The utility of DEC will continue to increase as more features are added to the game. So again, this paragraph basically talks about the in-game currency, which is dark energy crystals. As we mentioned before, dark energy crystals are actual assets that you can redeem for real world cash, right? So the main goal of this game is basically you're battling other players in order to win DEC, which is the in-game currency as well. And if you want to cash out your DEC to dollars or any other cryptocurrency, you can basically do that on decentralized exchanges within the Hive blockchain, right? But what you can also do is DEC basically allows you to trade new booster cards, right? Or kind of like buy other in-game items within the platform itself. So it kind of acts as a bridge between the real world as well as the virtual world, where DEC can actually have a real world monetary value while at the same time being a valuable asset within the game itself, right? So that's one of the other reasons why you should look into this game. The Splinter Shards, or the SPS token, will work as a DAO on the Binance Smart Chain platform. The SPS token is a governance token that will be integrated into the Splinterland game, giving players the option to influence decisions about the game and the ecosystem. Players may also propose their own changes, such as changing the tournament schedule, modifying the battle settings, or a change in the DEC inflation pools, right? So again, this last paragraph basically talks about the in-game governance token called the SPS token, right? The Splinter Shards token, which again also exists on the Binance Smart Chain. So if you guys want to know how to earn this token for free, I'll tell you a method at the end of the video where you can basically passively farm this token for free on the Binance Smart Chain. But if you basically hold the SPS tokens, you are given the governance right to vote on activities that are happening within the platform, and it's a token that helps the platform become a DAO, right? You can basically use this governance token by basically participating in decision making within the game and the ecosystem itself. Apart from that, you can also make changes on the tournament schedules, modifying battle settings, as well as changing the inflation pools of the DEC tokens or crystals itself, right? So that's some of the many use cases of the SPS tokens. So again, there is a lot more other information that is presented on CoinMarketCap. Since the video is already becoming too long, I don't want to cover all of these other sections. Again, if you see the security of the network itself, it uses proof of stake consensus mechanism because it exists on two blockchains, the Hive blockchain as well as the Binance Smart Chain. Although Binance Smart Chain is not as secure as Ethereum blockchain, it is still fairly secure, and the Hive blockchain is secure in its own manner. Again, not as equally secure as Ethereum. I just want to point that out. You can also see other information about the trading of the SPS token itself, and there are actually funny questions such as can Splinterlands hit $1, which is again a very interesting question that I'm surprised CoinMarketCap has placed. But again, you can get this token from multiple exchanges, which we'll cover at a later stage of the video. But going to the website itself, this is basically the main website where you can play this game on the Hive blockchain. As I mentioned before, if you have a Hive blockchain address, you can basically plug and play and start earning some crystals, right? So again, you have a round of I think 6 cards the moment you join, which will be your basic cards. You can trade or buy more cards from the marketplace itself within the blockchain. You can clearly see the Gaming Unleashed. They have a lot of information here about how the gameplay functions itself, and this is one of the mechanisms by which the game functions. You also have several stats, rarities, factions, as well as multiple abilities, and more than 283 cards in the game itself, right? So it's powered by blockchain technology, again, as we discussed before, and the tournament prizes are usually somewhere between $250 or $225,000 to $250,000. But here it's like $290,000, which is pretty cool. So if you want to participate in tournaments and win prizes, by all means go ahead. You can play to earn those crystals. So this is basically where we spoke about the crystals. Again, got crypto, a worldwide revolution in gaming. So again, they're pretty much featured in multiple platforms such as dap.com, State of the Dapps, Newswatch, Altcoin Buzz, OpenSea, Wax, and so on and so forth, right? So again, apart from that, if you want to get recent updates from the gaming itself, you can basically subscribe to the newsletter and also access their social media information in order to get ahead of the curve when it comes to social media updates, right? So overall, it's a very cool and fun game. I recommend you guys to play the game irrespective of whether you choose to invest in this token or not. The game itself would be a fun experience nonetheless, right? It's also relatively cheap because it's on the Hive blockchain, right? So going back to the CoinMarketCap page for the token SPS, this token is currently ranked 2,664th by market cap on CoinMarketCap, and it's currently trading at 35 cents per token with a 17.3% decrease in the past 24 hours, right? Again, close to 20% decline. The token had performed quite well, but now I think it's in the cooling phase, which is one of the reasons why I'm covering this, because you still have a lot of time to do some research on this token before you can invest on this token, because the price is going low and this is a good opportunity to buy if you are interested in buying this token, right? So when it comes to the market cap information, again, there's a warning sign. This market cap may not be fully accurate. So I would take this market cap with a grain of salt. I'd probably say that this token is somewhere between 25 to $40 million in market cap, depending on at which period you watch this video at. But overall, it's less than $50 million in market cap for sure. So it is a low market cap token, right? If you take the max supply, this is one of the weakness of this project, because if you see, there's 3 billion tokens in market cap, 3 billion tokens in max supply, which is something that's a huge inflationary number. But I believe that since they're planning to make a DAO, they basically want the platform to be fully decentralized, and everyone who holds the SPS tokens, they basically make the token, make the platform a little bit more decentralized, right? So I understand that perspective, but it's still a lot of tokens which can be slowly dumped, and again, the token price can easily slump in the long term or the mid-short term, right? But current token supply is about close to somewhere between 100 to 200 million tokens, which is a drop in the bucket compared to the 3 billion tokens as max supply. So this is one of the only few major drawbacks about this project that I personally don't like about. But I have some reasons on why I feel like this is still, despite the poor tokenomics, I think this is still a very good short-term price potential, but I'll share that information when we go through the charts. So if you take the charts, you can clearly see that the token has pretty much done multiple X's in the very first period or very first phase itself of its existence. The token price chart is available since July 26th of 2021, where the token was worth 22 cents per token, and then it immediately reached an all-time highs of about breaking the $1 mark and being somewhere between $1.20 and $1.25 per token. But it was not there for a long time. It kind of crashed pretty much quickly, and the token price kind of retested the 35 cents mark, and then it slowly crumbled again, reaching a relative lows of about 24 cents per token before making a little bit of a peak at touching the 39 cents range, and then going back down, moving sideways for a bit, and then moving back up, right, and reaching the 46 cents range August 15th, and then now it's seeming to go back down again. So if you see, there's a pattern here. there's a like a upward trajectory, lower trajectory, and then kind of like a incubation period, and then up, down, and then sideways, and then up, and then now it's down. So I believe that there will be an up, down, sideways pattern for this token. I think there are a lot of people who are being aware of this token thanks to the Binance Smart Chain, and I think they are trying to play this game, and some people are actively buying this token in anticipation of a big pump. But I feel like the pattern clearly suggests that this pattern is going to continue, and I think since the market itself is kind of moving a little bit sideways, I think this token has a lot of potential to kind of like go even lower, maybe even break below the 30 cents mark, touch the 25 cents mark, and then rally back up to like 39 or 45 cents, right, in that range. So I think that's a good opportunity. So if you want to wait till this token reaches the 30 cents mark, I think this is a good opportunity to get in for a short-term trade, which is what I'm personally planning to do. After it kind of like reaches the 30 to 25 cent range, it will maybe move sideways for a few weeks and then start pumping to 40 to 45 cents range, where you can make some quick profit, right? But you obviously have to do your own due diligence, because I don't think this project has a lot of scope for the long term. When you take the Bitcoin comparative again, you can clearly see the token was 5,700 satoshis early on this June, and then it reached an all-time high of about 26,000 satoshis per token before crashing back down to like 1,000 satoshis, and even reaching sometime below that, but making peaks every once in a while, crossing the 10,000 satoshis, going below the 5,000 satoshis sometimes, and then going back up, trying to touch the 12,000 satoshi mark, and then now it's going back down, right? I think for the Bitcoin as well as dollar comparative, you can clearly see that the patterns are pretty similar, suggesting that the token price can go lower. And I would probably say that if you are looking to buy this token, buy it below the 6,500 satoshi mark, which is a good buy opportunity, because immediately after buying this token at that price point, the token will experience some significant kind of like upward trajectory, which will gain some really good short-term profits, right? But again, this is just my opinion, guys, not financial advice. When it comes to the markets itself, you can clearly buy this token from PancakeSwap, again, which is one of the best places to buy this token, because PancakeSwap is a reputed exchange on the Binance Smart Chain, and you can pretty much buy it with wrapped BNB or BUSD. If you want to buy it from centralized sources, you can buy it from Gate.io using ETH and USDT. You can also buy it from other tier 3 to tier 4 exchanges, which I wouldn't really recommend. If you can get it from PancakeSwap, then that's pretty much the best option for you, right? With low fees, and you can pretty much buy a decent volume as well. Speaking about PancakeSwap, you can also earn this token passively if you have cake tokens that you want to stake in their syrup pool, because the SPS token is one of the tokens that's currently available in the syrup pool. I think the APR is about 69 to 75% per annum, but you need to understand that the APR doesn't really mean anything, because the syrup pool only lasts for a month or so before becoming inactive, right? So if you want to earn this token passively without even investing money on this token, then you can easily earn some passive tokens using cake. If you have some cake tokens that you can stake on the syrup pool, you can earn this token passively, right? But again, what's my final verdict on this token? I think this token seems to be a good project that aims to attract a lot of people. But again, just like so many games out there, I think this project will become obsolete pretty soon. But that doesn't mean that this project is not a good opportunity to make some short-term gains, right? I think the tokenomics is horrendous, which is going to make this token get beaten down multiple times, because as people start earning SPS tokens as rewards, they'll be dumping it. And as they dump it, the token price is going to move sideways, or it's going to go lower and lower, right? But I think after a particular point, once it reaches a lowest of the low, I think the only way is to go up. And I think that will cause this token price to go up based on the patterns that we already seen before. It makes an up, down, sideways pattern, and it's been doing that for 3 times consistently since June of this year. I don't see this stopping anytime soon, but by the end of the bull run, probably this token can pump significantly high, making some really good gains for a lot of people, right? So I think this token is a good short-term play. I'm going to probably farm some of this token using cake tokens, and even buy a very small bag of this token when it hits below the 30 to 25 cents range. but I'm going to sell it by the end of this bull run, because I think that this token may not necessarily make itself sustainable in the long run, right? But that's just my opinion, guys. Again, remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.